Hi everyone, this is Daniel Fournier with the Fournier Project. In this video, I'm going to talk about mindful minds, the praxis of mindfulness, and how your thoughts shape your reality. And this is a portion of the project Mindful Minds that I'm working on. Mindfulness and its praxis are profoundly powerful when applied to daily routine. The term mindfulness is seen a lot of publicity, and for good reason. When utilized consistently, the benefits are life-changing. Within this video, the terms mindfulness and being mindful will be used interchangeably. So what is mindfulness? Many of us have heard the term, but this is my definition. And what does it mean to be mindful? Put simply, it is the awareness of the elements that illustrate the world and ultimately our reality. It is the attention to what is, without analysis or judgment. It is the recognition and absorption of information through bodily and cognitive senses. Now, for some people, mindfulness comes naturally. For others, it's more challenging to learn, hone, and implement. This, in large, is a consequence of two reasons. One, personality temperament differences, and two, the mindset that you have adopted for yourself. To harness the power of a mindful mind, you must be willing to learn, know, and understand how these two factors alter the way that you perceive your world. The first factor, your personality temperament, can reveal to you a great deal about your receptiveness or aversion to mindfulness. For example, if you're low in trait personality openness, one of the 5 dimensions of personality according to the Big 5 personality psychometric test, you are likely averse to change. Perhaps you've tried to make a significant change in the past or are currently attempting to change and have had difficulty convincing yourself that the effort is for the better. Know that you have a choice here. If you wish to live a more mindful life, appreciate more, and pay a little more attention to the little details, you're in luck. Although personality temperament tends to be stable over a person's life, it is not set in stone. You can learn to hone the skills required to be more mindful. Now, the second factor in developing a mindful mind is exploring and defining the primary mindset that you have adopted for yourself. Mindsets can be categorized into 2 overlapping spheres: a fixed mindset, where you believe cognitive attributes are rigid and you are who you are. And then there's the growth mindset, where you believe that your abilities can grow and develop through hard work and perseverance. And then there's the converging area, where we experience cognitive dissonance. Psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, author of the book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, first coined the term growth mindset. She describes in great detail how a person's true potential is unknown and unknowable, that it's impossible to foresee what could be accomplished with years of passion, toil, and training. That's from her book. People can change from a self-limiting fixed way of thinking to discovering the nearly endless possibilities and opportunities by viewing life through a growth mindset. It's important to note that people typically have a mixture of both mindsets. For example, a person could be rigid in one area of life. Say they are very adamant about holding true to their core values. They're not going to deviate from that, but there's nothing wrong with that either. The way in which they live their life is in accordance with their values. Recognizing or identifying which mindset you have towards a given subject, idea, or event will empower you to enhance your self-awareness. In the process of adding mindfulness practices, you become more self-aware of your proclivities. As the philosopher Socrates said, "To know thyself is the beginning of wisdom." You must be okay with becoming self-aware and the implications of such self-awareness. You see, there exists within us 2 sides of the self. We each have a light and dark side, manifested in the form of order and chaos. Knowing which state you are in will help you navigate life more purposefully. Also, no person is neither all bad or all good. We all have things that we battle with. You might have something that you're ashamed of right now, something that makes you feel ill, thoughts that aren't pure or aligned with your values. The more mindful you are about your state of mind, the more power you have to shift direction, to shift mindsets at will because you are mindful of what is happening. Beyond knowing which state of mind you currently occupy, the benefits of a mindful mind are vast. A mindful mind helps you become a better version of yourself. You become a more attentive listener. Your thoughts have more clarity. Your words are more precise. And you start to understand the world around you more accurately. You may be asking yourself at this point, where do I start? How do I begin learning and applying mindfulness to my life? The first question you must answer to yourself is whether or not you have tried to learn mindfulness and didn't see it as a benefit or weren't able to form the necessary habits to exercise mindfulness. First, let's look at what could be stopping you from learning and applying mindfulness to your life. Being open or closed off to mindfulness could be caused by something that you're unaware of. Beyond your personality, temperament, and mindset, is it possible that you've prevented yourself from living a more mindful life because you're afraid of what being self-aware will reveal to you? We all have demons and skeletons in the closet, things that we do not wish to address, but we know they are flaws and weaknesses. Delayed confrontation with the issues that we harbor inside magnifies its impact if brought to light without our consent. Having the courage to face them means willfully bearing your burdens, taking control of your mind, and slaying the beast lurking in the shadows. That beast may be better known to you as your insecurities or any manifestation preventing you from becoming your best self. Do not shy away from the depths of your inner self. If there is a part of you that still has a negative effect on your well-being, you should address it thoroughly. You cannot focus on the here and now if part of your vision is fixed on what was. Part of becoming self-aware is knowing the nature of our proclivities. We need to be careful about what we reflexively do. You could think of what you reflexively do as automatic responses to events or stimuli. If you find yourself upset more than you prefer, you may be reflexively judging and assuming before you understand what is happening. Mindfulness is far more deliberate than reflexive. However, it can become a reflexive action. Like all things that require deliberate practice to master, mindfulness is a skill that should be practiced often enough to yield development. Taking time throughout the day and assessing the world around you and your current state of mind is critical to cultivating a mindful mind. Over time, your reflective thinking, mindfulness pauses, will become more regular. You will find that you pay closer attention to what you value. The once believed notion that time is a luxury you could not afford to spare suddenly becomes available. For it is these little moments of mindfulness that you can also express gratitude. In these brief moments, you'll become more aware of what you appreciate and what you're grateful for. The practice of mindfulness can be applied as often as you'd like, but it works best if done daily. When you understand yourself more deeply, you harness the power of mindfulness and reap its benefits. Do not feel discouraged if you have trouble adapting mindfulness practices quickly, or you don't observe the benefits immediately. Take life one day at a time, one event at a time, and if you have to, one moment at a time. Mindfulness will help you see the lesser known aspects of your life and reveal to you what you've been missing. All right, real quick, a note on the 3 mindset problem. This is my own philosophy on it. Our minds are like a coin. There are 3 sides, 2 opposing sides with a lesser known third that connects both. Understanding which aspect of yourself you present to the world profoundly influences your self-perception and how others view you. Okay. This is another snippet of the project Mindful Minds, and this is a long title, but bear with me. Thoughts equals self, thoughts equals world perception of self. Change your thoughts, change your life, change your thinking, change your reality. We are what we most think about. That is a truly powerful statement when you think about it. The very thoughts that you focus on are and will be what you become. Thoughts permeate to our exterior, projecting a perceptual version of the self. In essence, the thoughts most thought become the world's interpretation of us. But there's a beauty to behold in this truth. Everyone has the capability of liberating themselves from what they do not want to be and shaping their reality in accordance with whom they wish to become. The influence our thoughts have on our reality can be seen all around us. Our whole truth is built upon a foundation of our most frequent thoughts. Once you understand this, you can begin to take action to shape your reality and, consequently, the world's perception of you. Consider the last time you bought a new car. Did you notice the same car everywhere after driving off the lot? Why do you think that is? There isn't suddenly more of the same car cruising around the streets. This phenomenon is caused by a shift in our brain's attention and focus. Your new car is important to you, and your brain notices what you regard as important. The same concept can be applied to our thought processes. Ask yourself, does everything or nothing matter? If everything matters, it is your responsibility to treat everything you do and say as if it matters. It means to accept responsibility for what you have done and will do. Treating everything as if it matters teaches you how you view the world and how that view can dramatically alter your thoughts. When we fill our mind with negative thoughts, we will see all the negatives around the world. Likewise, when we change our frame of reference to better see possibilities, we will be overwhelmed with opportunities around us. What we focus on has a far more significant impact on our lives than what most people realize. The moment that you take extreme ownership of your thoughts, you'll have the power to change your life. Understanding the concept of thoughts most often thought equals your perceived reality is empowering and liberating. It empowers you to be the author of your life. It liberates you from placing blame on others for what happens to you. For it is you, no one else, who decides the direction of your life. Challenge yourself to take an honest assessment of your thoughts. Ask yourself, do you believe everything matters or nothing matters? Your answer to this question will give you great insight into your thought patterns. You might be surprised to find you are the one that's holding yourself back from enjoying a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Take control of your thoughts, and you'll take control of your reality. That's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.